Charlotte. I went to Maui for my 6th birthday and got to play with sea turtles.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The sunsets and the sunrises on the dormant volcano Haleakala are to die for.
I also learned to surfboard for the first time in my life at Kihei. I was 6 years and 3 days old. I also did other silly things like covering myself in the sand. Look at the beautiful sunset. That's island of Moloka'i in the background. The drive to Haleakala was a long and windy one. My dad enjoys driving, so he had a lot of fun driving up the mountain to the crater. Haleakala is so high that we passed through the clouds on our way up. We watched the sunset from this lookout, but just as beautiful as the sunset is, I was also very impressed by the colors of Haleakala-crater. It is so beautiful.
So we had a pleasant surprise. Our friends from Oregon, Akshay and Shruti, were also on the island at the same time as us, and was completely unplanned. So Charlotte had a great time with this little friend of hers, Kashvi. So besides just playing at the resort, she also got to have fun. So we stayed at the Western Kaanapali Resorts and Villas. It's a pretty nice resort right there on Kaanapali Beach. And there are many other resorts that are just as good on that same beach. So we took a helicopter ride over to the island of Moloka'i. It's a very beautiful island which is hardly populated, and it's totally worth going and seeing at least one time. But before going to Moloka'i, you actually get to see parts of West Maui first, which is really awesome too. The helicopter took us over to the crater on the West Maui side, which is filled with many of these waterfalls as well. And then we flew over to the island of Moloka'i. This is the coastline of Moloka'i as we are flying over. You can see there are like literally no houses there. But there are tons of waterfalls, and they are really beautiful. Check that out. Of course, Moloka'i was also created by volcanic eruptions like all the other islands in Hawaii. But what's special about this island is that on one of the sides, there was apparently a large collapse of land into the ocean. And so that's why the cliffs here are much steeper. They are literally like walls. And that's probably what caused this really big waterfall over here. It's beautiful. Anyway, we made our way back to the island, and this is now the road to Hana. It's a very famous drive to a little town called Hana, which is on the east side of Maui, and it has a lot of very beautiful sights for you to enjoy. This is one of them. It's a nice pool with a little waterfall, and it's a must stop. So we drove around and stopped at various places, and I got to fly my drone a little bit. But the drive itself is very enjoyable, especially if you have a convertible.
The island of Maui is very colorful. It has all kinds of beaches, sandy beaches, rocky beaches, beaches with igneous rocks, and beaches with black or red sand. I loved visiting all of them in our convertible.
Our resort had a pretty nice water park. Charlotte had a ball of a time over there. On the road to Hana, we stopped by this little village called Nahiku. It's beautiful, but it's also got lots of mosquitoes, so be careful, people there. Akshay and I ended up doing this little hike past this waterfall that most tourists stop at, and it turns out there's an even better waterfall further down, which nobody goes to. So to get there, you just walk around this path. I mean, you can tell that there's some kind of trail here. It was quite slippery, but not too bad. And then you've got to cross over this canal like thing. It looks a little dangerous, but it isn't really that bad. And then we get to the waterfall. Oh, not this little one. There's actually a better one. Just over this little trail here. And there we go. We've got this waterfall all to ourselves. Nobody else here. Another fun thing that we did was going into this little lava tube that's right on the road to Hana. Recommend getting a flashlight because it's quite dark. So after crawling your way through about 100 feet, you end up coming to this place where the cave opens out. There's this banyan tree with long roots hanging down there. It's pretty cool. Split screen of West Maui on the left and the island Alau, which is in East Maui, on the right. So this little island is probably half a kilometer away from the shore, and so I flew my drone over to it to explore it and did that off this beach, which is so beautiful. Surprising there aren't too many people there. Save the best for the last. These turtles are near Black Rock. In our experience, Black Rock seems to have the best snorkeling, at least when it comes to sea turtles. There are lots of sea turtles here and they don't seem to be shy of people. They were swimming right up to us. The turtles stick around near the rocks though, and so the waves can come and push you against them, so it's a little dangerous to be there. You've got to be careful. Anyway, it's one of the best places to go snorkeling, I think, right by the beach near Sheraton. Flew my drone to catch the final sunset with a Naku'ele blowhole in front of it. Isn't that gorgeous? Thanks for everything, Maui. It was so much fun. Until we meet again.
It is so much fun.